Today we are talking about low and high pressure air and how it creates a temporary vacuum. And so students were asked to do 3 experiments that would show how this happens. We didn't explain them until the end, but I'll show you in a minute. The first experiment was to take this paper, they put it to their lips and they blow over the top. And students noticed that it would lift up where the air was being blown over the top. The second would be this tent of paper. They were asked to blow it off the table, but by blowing through underneath. Most students found they could move it, but first it goes down and seems to sink out to the sides. The final was the 2 ping pong balls, where they were asked to hold them roughly 3 centimeters apart and then blow between them. Now most of the time it seems the ping pong balls also want to come closer together. Now we weren't sure exactly why, and then we discussed this afternoon. We'll head to the front for that. Holden had it said very well, that by blowing you're moving the air out of the way. So if we look at the paper experiment such as this one here, blowing over the top, we're moving air out of the way. Now this creates a temporary vacuum of low pressure. This is a drawing of as if I were blowing the air. And when you blow air, you have a temporary low pressure zone amidst the higher pressured air. This is kind of like running your hand through water. The other water rushes in to meet it. So as soon as you do this, you create a lack of air, or low pressure, and so the rest of the air rushes in. We illustrated how low pressure is less dense air and high pressure is greater dense, and that creates a vacuum. Another drawing that we can show is the tented paper. When you're blowing through underneath, once again you have a low pressure zone around the surrounding air. The surrounding air in the tent rushes into the center, pulling it down with it. And the final is when you had the 2 ping pong balls in the air. When you blow through the middle, once again, you have a low pressure zone and the other air rushes in, bringing the ping pong balls together.